Farm animals, live entertainment, and food on a stick, Missourians love the state fair held each summer in Sedalia. Missouri's history is rooted in agriculture, and the Missouri State Fair has been celebrating that connection for more than 100 years. We caught up with State Fair Director Mark Wolf and Department of Agriculture Director Richard Fordyce to learn about the State Fair's long and colorful history. You could talk about what year did all that happen? So when did the State Fair actually start?
Well, legislation for creating the State Fair occurred back in 1899. At one point there were 4 or 5 cities that were on board with this. I think we had legislators at that time that took a train and visited here in Sedalia, cities of Marshall, Chillicothe, Mexico, and I think there was a couple others, Centralia, and made this tour by train. And after a long tour, those members of the legislation went back to Jeff City, and in a 15-hour, I think they voted 10 different times, well into the night, but 15 hours of discussion. And when it was all done, it came out, and the city of Sedalia, Missouri, was awarded the State Fair for here in Missouri.
While conveniences like electricity and air conditioning have modernized the 396-acre facility, many of the century-old structures stand ready to entertain today's generation of exhibitors and fairgoers.
Right now, we're currently standing just west of our infield, our racetrack, the area where we have our concerts at night throughout the fair. It's kind of the southern edge of the fairgrounds. It's also kind of the southern end of our historic building row. The one building that you see behind us here is the commercial building. It was actually built out here in 1903. Probably had different purposes initially when they were built back in 03, but at this point in time, we use them for vendor buildings throughout the 11 days of the fair. So a lot of 10 by 10 booths, several hundred, somewhere around 400, I think, vendors in the 2 buildings together. And just part of our historic row here along the fairgrounds.
Accompanying the buildings on Historic Row is the Grandstand and Track facility, which has been an entertainment venue for fairgoers since the earliest days of the fair.
What you see behind us is our Grandstand. It was built in 1968. We can seat 8,800 people in the permanent grandstand, and then for concerts we put out 2,286 chairs to create our track seating. So a concert sellout here is just a little over 11,000.
Could you talk a little bit about the history of this area?
Originally there were wooden bleachers here, and when these were built in 1968, there was a section of wooden bleachers just to the north of us here. Those have all been dismantled and taken away, obviously. The mile track, which all we have left here now is the half-mile track, but the original mile track, you can still see the fences around this, was built right at the beginning. One of the first things that was built here on the fairgrounds when this site was opened. Picked for the State Fair. So the old mile track's been here probably longer than anything out there. What we have left is our historic half mile, and we have a lot of races here over the years. We do all our tractor pulls and things during the fair here on the front stretch, so it gets used quite heavily.
And what kind of racing events used to happen here?
Well, it started out, it was horse racing. Don't do any horse racing on it anymore, but it's still a very usable facility.
Although the Missouri State Fairgrounds house many historical aspects, it was originally built for agriculture purposes, and that tradition continues today.
The highlight of it is agriculture. That's what this fairgrounds were built for, was an agricultural exposition, and that's what we're continuing to do. Years and years ago, farmers would bring their produce, they'd bring their corn, they'd bring things that they had raised on their farm, they'd bring them to the State Fair. This was the highlight of the year. This is when they brought things to the State Fair and they competed to be the biggest, to be the best. And so it certainly was bragging rights. There was a whole year you could say that you had, the best 5 ears of corn or whatever. So we have exhibits that are more maybe an older generation are involved in, but primarily it's our young people, and they're exhibiting. If you go down to the FFA building, there is everything from livestock to field crops to produce, the big pumpkin, tomatoes, everything. So it truly is a showcase for agriculture. I know we've talked about the historic significance of the fairgrounds. We've talked about the ag emphasis that's here at the fairgrounds, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to come to the fair.
To learn more about the history of the Missouri State Fair and its agricultural importance, visit mostatefair.com.